We have a beautiful sunny fall day today. Just perfect. Blue sky, warm breeze. Everybody's out.
This is an example of a Roman church. The arch is just round.
Right.
And there's very little window space. Large. This is kind of a smaller church, or an older church.
Right.
Because they couldn't really build it any bigger. And they couldn't support the walls if they opened it up with a lot of windows.
Right.
But most of those churches that were rebuilt after Gothic cathedrals would have looked like this to start out with.
Hey, there's an arch right there with somebody buried in it. Maybe that's it. I know. This is an older church. Well, let's go outside and see if it's labeled anywhere. There's an English guy right there. He's explaining it. All right, go ahead.
Which had to be so high as in the most of the Colosseum. They actually started with that one over the door. That's the tomb of Sir Grande della Scala, the greatest member of that family, a man who, in the beginning of the 14th century, they tried to unify all Italy under only one crown, but who had succeeded in unifying only our region where now we are. It's because he finally died very young, the age of 36, so that he could carry on his project with his plays. You can run this on a nickname. Translated sounds like top dog, big dog. It's a shabby name, I agree with you, but just a nickname. Probably dogs in the...
The Arch of Scalari. We've got to do some research on this one. It's a very popular site with tour groups because you need somebody to explain that. Okay, we found what this is. This is the family Scaligeri. These are the tombs of this family who they tried to unify Italy, but they didn't succeed. And this is where the family is buried. You could see that the tombs are very fancy. And they had a lot of influence with the church, because the church is... This is built right into the church, and this is on the church yards. But their name means like top dog. That's where you see dogs on the, right by the casket. See the dogs. Top dog. And the burial chamber is right there. And then they also, some of the family members are buried in this one. It's very fancy. Plus, it's really crowded for October. A lot of tour groups. Because it's so ugly. It's got to be the most annoying. Here we are at the Colosseum.
This is like a really nice little neighborhood.
Big square. Supposed to have a festival this weekend. Looks like they're putting up some stage. Here's where we go in. Here. Yeah, they're setting the stage up for the festival. That should be fun. It's a great square. Loads of tourists. They have operas in this Colosseum. Here's a stage set for the opera. And this is the crowd all in here. They say that it used to hold 22,000, so it must hold about 15,000 now. But they play all through the summer. Big galas. That has elephants and giraffes. Must be something. They got it set up for the opera right now. Maybe it's permanent, they don't take it down. But this whole thing, yeah, must be permanent. There's the stage. Could you imagine this production? This is all the stage, and all the seating is all up here.
It's like in Roman days. The lesser people go up on the top.
Yeah. Right, just like in the Roman days, Patricia says. They got seating down here, and then they got the lesser people around the top on the stone seats that are 2,000 years old. But they rent cushions, so.
It's very interesting to see this done up for use.
Oh, yeah. So this thing is being used just like it was in the Roman times. Except back then, we would be the gladiators in the arena floor, and everybody would be watching as you fought the lions and the bears and the other gladiators. Yeah. So a lot of people and things died right where we're standing right now. Can't imagine how that must be. Yeah, these seats are in very good condition compared to Rome. Rome, all the seats are pretty much gone. The one opera, Adia, has elephants and giraffes coming out of that doorway there. It's just like the Romans. I'm sure they had elephants and giraffes too. So here we are in the 2,000-year-old seats. It's in really good condition. I think the view would be great up here. I'd rather be up here than down on the floor. Actually, the way this is laid out, it's a good view from any seat. Because it rises really steeply. So the Romans knew how to build their amphitheaters. So you're a Roman no count, so you're up on the top. But you still got a good view of all the action down. The emperors sat in the boxes on top. It's a view of some mountains over there. Verona's kind of in a valley. There's probably some good climbing over there. Good trails. But there's the top. Most of that is gone. So here we are on the top seat, and you could still see, you got a really good view of those people down there. Looks like they're putting up something. Maybe they're going to have something going on this weekend. I'll have to look into that. Putting up some railings. Seems like they would use this for a lot of things rather than just the opera. I mean, it's set up perfectly for concert. Can you imagine a rock band playing in this place? Be amazing. Because all the seats are great. Yeah, I would imagine they'd use this for a lot of different things. This is from the top. Looks like a nice place to have lunch. It's a nice section of town. Here's the outer wall. So it was separated from this inner wall. Those stones up there held some kind of wooden thing that covered had a canvas that covered the arena for the sun. What do you see?
The crowd is dispersed.
There was another level down there. And then this outer. So they must have had probably a floor across from here to there. That makes sense. They had another level here between the Colosseum seats and the outer wall. So people could come out here, just hang out, I guess. It's like the same as modern stadiums. You come out of the seating area and you have a place where you could go from one section to another. Hang out and talk about the games. Then you got your lower section. They were quite master builders, the Romans. It's Roman arches. With that keystone right in the middle, right in the center. Keeps everything together. Pretty clever. We're having a little lunch. Nice pizzeria place. Big. Crowded. This is like...
We have a view of the Colosseum.
Yeah, we have a view of the Colosseum. This is like the middle of July or August. There's so many people. I guess it's a good time to come here. We're in the castle, and they have a medieval museum. So I'm going to check this out. These statues were painted. You can still see traces of paint. Statue comes alive when they put eyes on it. It's a Saint Cecilia has an accordion. Huh. Look, see, her eyes are just faintly. But once you put the eyes in, it comes right alive. '14th century. 14th century. Like the 1300s. That was 700 years ago. Oh yeah. Yeah, you can see quite a bit of paint there.
Sculpting.
Is this wood?
No, this is that sandstone.
See all the traces of paint. This is pretty strange.
They're very expressive.
Very expressive. This isn't a traditional cross. It's just like a tree fork. Here's a bell from 1370. Church bell. 1370, that's a nice bell. Pretty advanced. Here's the castle walls. Yeah. Must be the inner walls and outer walls.
Look at all the stone work. You can tell all the different eras and layers.
Yeah. These are sketching. Yeah, and interesting to see the sketches before they were painted.
The original decoration was not used exclusively for military purposes, but also as a residence. Here it is. The Devil's Gala. 14th century, here in the borders.
14th century.
From 1360. And that's the bottom. Interesting.
This is a little like Romeo and Juliet, or Juliet's house.
Must have been typical style and what it is.
Yeah, typical styling.
Fresco decoration. This one is the most extensive in the entire castle. Downtown corridor with the wall pattern.
The ladder.
Motifs.
See the ladder?
It's a trompe-l'oeil curtain. Some of the most important pictures from the museum are in this room. Madonna of the Roman Garden. About 1400, 1410.
1410.
Quail. Wood and panel. Early by Pisanello, 1420.
Not offhand. Yeah, right here.
Madonna of the Quail. There he is. Oh, pretty.
Right there. Madonna of the Quail.
Became
Beautiful.
one of the major protagonists of 15th century Italian art, admired by princes, celebrated in the courts. Trained in Verona, and left some of the greatest masterpieces of Gothic painting, like the Annunciation in San Fermo and St. George and the Princess of St. Anastasia. Pisanello renders the features of flora and fauna with delicacy of a miniaturist and the knowledge of a naturalist. So, the quail is very lovely, and then the flowers are very natural. Bird
if these frames are, this frame is original. It looks like it belongs. Wow, this is... Here's something different. Beams. It's a nice room. There's the river.
This one they tried to clean it in the 19th century. They nearly destroyed it.
Oh, they didn't have the techniques. You really got to spend some time with these paintings to appreciate them.
This thing, Catherine, it's not have an accordion.
This is later on, I imagine.
This is one at 17.
Yeah.
This is still the 16th century.
16th. Pieter Paul Rubens.
Look at this work here.
It's beautiful.
Look at this is like déjeuner, so they're all sitting there with their courtesans having lunch in the garden.
Having lunch. The guys the guys are all eyeing the women. Did you notice that?
I'm sorry, I thought they were the courtesans.
Yeah. Yes, they are.
Looks like Chris.
Yeah. What dates are these?
The peasants.
1500s. The peasants in the tavern. secular subjects produced for private collectors. In other words, it wasn't church art.
Well, it is church art. What is a church art?
Well, some of it is. Other ones are for private.
Portrait is probably a patron of Rubens.
Yeah.
And here's this crucifixion scene at 9. Interesting to see something different.
Yeah. This one's not dated.
Well, these are the same artist though. So
Oh, so it's a 1580.
private collection.
There's some swords, spear points, gold, spear point, lances, broadsword. Some pretty big swords. And all this gold. Gold, see, it doesn't deteriorate whatsoever. The iron just rots away. The gold just stays. Arrowheads. Knives. Look at this sword. These are fencing swords. We're on top of the castle walls. This it was situated right on the river. Beautiful view. Situated right on the bend of the river. So,
Look at those out there. They're quite rugged.
Oh yeah, these mountains are quite rugged.
Come up a little over here. Here's the bridge.
The what?
Scalagera Bridge, built 1355, was blown up on April 25th, 1945 by fleeing German soldiers, rebuilt 4951 to match the previous one.
They blew it up.
Blew it up.
That's the bridge we were looking at. Blown up in April 1945 by fleeing German soldiers. Rebuilt in 1949-51 to match the previous bridge. Here's a 14th century sculpture.
The writer's face is hidden behind a helmet and
They joust. Jousting. They used to joust in the Colosseum. So that Colosseum has been used for events for 2,000 years. The winged mastiff.
It's been, here it is again, the helmet. It suffered from restorations, but they can still recognize the master sculptor.
Look at the supermarket building. It's got these giant columns. It's not going to fall down. The building used to be the old fish market. Festoria. That's where those columns are.